Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an endless supply of motivation while others struggle to get out of bed in the morning? It's a curious phenomenon, isn't it? You see, motivation is a powerful force. It's the engine that drives us to achieve our goals and find success. But it's a force that varies greatly from person to person. Some people seem to have a natural supply of motivation. They're the ones who wake up before the sun rises, ready to conquer the day. They're the ones who are always eager to take on new challenges, who refuse to be deterred by obstacles. They're the ones who seem to have a never-ending supply of energy and enthusiasm for whatever they set their minds to. Then there are those who struggle to find that spark. Those who find it hard to get out of bed in the morning, who feel overwhelmed by the mere thought of the tasks that lie ahead. Those who are perpetually stuck in a rut, unable to muster the energy or enthusiasm to break free. One common misconception about motivation is that it's something that's either there or it's not, that you're either a motivated person or you're not. But that's not quite accurate. Motivation isn't a fixed trait. It's not something you're born with or without. It's a personal drive that can be nurtured and developed. Another misconception is that motivation is driven solely by external factors, that it's all about rewards and punishments, carrots and sticks. But while these external factors can certainly play a role, they're not the whole story. True motivation comes from within. It's about finding your why, your purpose, your passion. The key to understanding motivation lies in a concept known as the locus rule. This rule is a psychological principle that can help us understand why some people seem to have an endless supply of motivation, while others struggle to find it. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this fascinating concept in the next scenes. Ever heard of the locus rule? No? Well, it's about time you did. Let's dive into this concept. The term locus is Latin for place or location. So when we talk about the locus rule, we're talking about the place where you believe control of your life events resides. There are two types, an internal locus of control and an external locus of control. Imagine a scale. On one end, we have the internal locus of control. This is when you believe that you have the control over your life, your actions, your decisions, they shape your destiny. You believe that you're the author of your own story and it's your choices that determine the outcome. On the other end of the scale, we have the external locus of control. This is when you believe that external forces such as fate, luck, or other people hold the reins of your life. It's like you're a ship on the sea, and the winds and currents, things outside of your control, dictate where you go. Now, why does this matter in the context of motivation? Well, it's simple. Your locus of control can significantly influence your level of motivation. If you believe that you're in control of your life, you're more likely to be proactive, take initiative, and stay motivated because you understand that your actions have a direct impact on the results. On the flip side, if you believe that external factors control your life, you might feel helpless or passive. You might think, why should I try if it's all just down to luck? And that can severely hinder your motivation. So the locus rule isn't just some abstract psychological concept, it's a practical tool that can help us understand ourselves better and boost our motivation. It helps us figure out where we stand on that scale and how we can shift our mindset to become more proactive and motivated in our lives. So, the locus rule is all about where you believe the control of your life lies. It's a powerful concept, right? Now that we know what the locus rule is, how does it work in real life? Let's dive into it. The locus rule is not a mere theory, but something that plays out in everyday life. It's the invisible hand that pushes us forward or holds us back depending on whether we perceive that we have control over our actions and their outcomes. Consider two individuals working on a project. One believes that success is largely determined by their own actions and efforts, while the other thinks that success is a result of luck or external factors. The former exhibits an internal locus of control, and the latter an external one. Now imagine that both of these individuals encounter a setback. The one with an internal locus of control might view this as a challenge to be overcome, a chance to learn and grow. They'd likely redouble their efforts, driven by the belief that they can influence the outcome. This resolve fuels their motivation, allowing them to press on even in the face of adversity. On the other hand, the individual with an external locus of control may see the setback as a confirmation of their belief that they can't really affect the outcome. They might feel disheartened, their motivation dampened. They might even give up, attributing their failure to factors beyond their control. This difference in perception is a powerful driver of motivation. Those with an internal locus of control tend to be more motivated because they believe in their ability to influence events and outcomes. They are the drivers of their own destiny, the masters of their fate. In contrast, those with an external locus of control often feel at the mercy of external factors. This can lead to a sense of helplessness and a lack of motivation. After all, why bother trying if you believe that the result is out of your hands? Knowing where your locus of control lies can make a big difference in your motivation levels. Understanding this can be the first step towards harnessing the power of motivation to achieve your goals and dreams. What if you're not happy with where your locus of control lies? Can you change it? The answer is a resounding yes. You see, your locus of control is not set in stone, it's more like a muscle. With the right exercises, you can strengthen it, shift it, and make it work for you. So, how do we go about this shift? First things first. Self-reflection. It's time to take a good hard look at yourself. Ask the tough questions. Are you often blaming external factors for your failures? Do you feel like a passenger in your own life? If you find yourself nodding in agreement, it might be time to reassess. Self-reflection allows us to understand our current locus of control and identify areas for improvement. Next, we have goal setting. This might sound a bit cliche, but hear me out. When you set goals, you're essentially telling your mind that you're in charge. You're the driver, not the passenger. The key here is to set achievable, measurable goals. You don't have to aim for the stars right off the bat. Start small. Maybe it's reading a book a month or running a mile without stopping. Whatever it is, make sure it's something you have control over and celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Lastly, let's talk about feedback. Feedback is like a mirror. It reflects your performance, your strengths, your weaknesses. Seek it actively from friends, family, colleagues. Yes, it can be tough to hear sometimes, but remember, every piece of feedback is a step towards a more internal locus of control. It's a step towards taking charge of your life. Remember, shifting your locus of control is not a one-day affair. It's a journey, a process. It requires effort, dedication, and sometimes a bit of tough love. But trust me, the rewards are worth it. Imagine being the captain of your own ship, steering it in the direction you want, not where the winds push you. That's the power of an internal locus of control. Changing your locus of control isn't easy, but it's definitely possible with some effort and dedication. So, are you ready to take the helm? Let's take a moment to review what we've learned today. We started by unraveling the power of motivation, how it acts as the driving force behind our actions, propelling us to reach our goals and ambitions. Then, we dove into the concept of the locus rule, a psychological principle that helps us understand where we perceive the control of our lives to be, either internally or externally. We saw how this perception impacts our motivation, influencing our determination, resilience, and the way we respond to challenges. We also discussed how shifting our locus of control from external to internal can drastically alter our motivation. This shift empowers us to take charge of our lives, fostering a sense of responsibility and control over our outcomes. Remember, your motivation lies in your hands. The locus rule is just a tool to understand and harness it. Now, go out there and seize the day.